So Jack, had you been to India anytime prior to this?
Yes, I've been to Bangalore, I've been to Delhi, but this is the first time I'm speaking at a conference in India.
Okay.
It's really, really nice. Beautiful city.
Okay, okay. So can you please tell me about your organization, what Akamai does, and how do you see India as a market?
Great question. So Akamai makes in a nutshell, Akamai makes the internet faster, more reliable, and secure. So take for example, if let's say a particular government agency wants to let its constituents or citizens fill out tax forms electronically. So what you need to make sure from an agency standpoint is to make sure that the service itself is always on, right? Doesn't matter whether it's like 5 people or 5 million people accessing it, it's always on, it's scalable. You also want to make sure that the service is secure, to make sure that there's no DDoS attack, there's nobody changing data and stealing of data. So what Akamai does, and we've done it for several agencies globally and governments, is to make sure that service. Of course, there's also an extension of our other enterprise service. We've provided the service of security, availability, and performance to banks, to the consumer banking, transaction banking, to major enterprises as well. So this is an extension of the capabilities that we provide.
Okay, so what do you feel about, the point that you have touched is with respect to security.
That's right.
Okay. So yes, data would be very, very important for any government or for any organization, for banking or anything.
Yes.
Can you please elaborate on that part? What would be when you say security with respect to
Okay. And good question. So right now, DDoS is extremely popular. Right? It's gaining a lot of press. And at time that it is a very, it's a very real threat. Right? However, if you take a step deeper, DDoS is a means to bring down availability. It means to say, I want to make a statement or whatsoever just to bring down the site. What's dangerous is not only that. What's dangerous is that whilst your technology, your people, and your processes are all caught within taking in this DDoS, other attackers are coming in to try to steal and change your data. And this constitutes over 80% of these DDoS attacks will come with this malicious activities. So it's important to look at cybersecurity and security in its entirety. It's not only just about DDoS, it's not only just about protecting SQL injections, it's about increasing the total web security posture. Now, that's not the kicker. The kicker is that the future government would have to, and the customers and enterprises would have to deal with it, but also to make sure that its constituents and the users of that e-service has to be happy. I mean to say, whilst you're under attack, make sure the service is still on, the performance is still acceptable. That's tough.
I think it's a very important area that
Extremely.
we need to
Yes, yes.
Okay, the new government has come in center. Mr. Modi is now the Prime Minister of India.
Yes.
He is very ambitious Prime Minister of India. Also.
Yes.
So, he has announced Digital India project. What is your view with respect to Digital India and how Akamai looks at Digital India?
I think it's India is at an inflection point. Right? India has a huge population, 1.2 billion people. It's very rich in natural resources. The potential to grow is really, really big. Now, there's a study that shows a direct correlation between the digital awareness and the digital adoption by citizens and constituents and the general standard of living. Right? So what they're saying is that as the more digitally connected people are, there is a direct correlation to actually the standard of living. I think that's important. Right? So that's one. Two is that I think that there's a lot of, in terms of e-services, we could have done it in an airport. So I think what Prime Minister Modi is embarking on, I think is really, really important, because I think that India is an inflection point. You've got a very strong domestic demand, it's 1.2 billion people. Very, very rich in natural resources. So I think it's only natural that the country embarks on this very ambitious but very, very critical path towards making more e-services to be online, right? So for starters, it combines and integrates a lot of framework which is typically very, very fragmented. That's one. Two is that it drives more efficiency and effectiveness, right? That means to say you produce more with less. And the third thing is that the delivery and services to the people and constituents, it's a lot shorter. So what used to take months and even years, maybe via the typical traditional government ways, it's now reduced to that's hours and minutes. I think that is critical, right? When India wants to step up and become an even bigger or thought leader than it is even today.
Well, excellent to impact to hear these views from your side. Also, had you been to eINDIA before this event that we do?
Embarrassingly, this is the first time I'm here. I thought that it's a beautiful location and the event was very well run. Thank you very much for so many very, very important and critical people that we can share and exchange ideas.
I hope this event had been quite useful to you.
It is. It is. It has been. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we wish you all the best for all the future endeavors of yours.
Thank you. Thank you. You too. Cheers.